Movies are important to me because I grew up watching movies, and movies have always been my favorite thing in life. I think they help you escape from reality, and you get to see other people's shit, stuff. And
So, in order to agree on a movie, we'll vote or we'll kind of see trailers and say we want to see it. And then, depending on who's doing the best in our family, then they'll win the prize of watching their movie first.
I think that movies can be highly influential for individuals as they allow an opportunity to escape their personal reality and focus on something else that could bring them joy or happiness, as well as really connecting to characters and seeing themselves in a character, which I think can bring relatability and help people feel connected to something bigger than themselves.
Movies are very important because it could be very educational. You can really learn a lot from watching movies because sometimes movies have a way of bringing things into reality.
It can help you to deal with certain things you are going through and look at them from a different perspective rather than in a tunnel vision. Not only that, but it opens yourself up to new and different things from all different aspects, whether it's music, movies, entertainment, genres, characters, locations, occupations, all different sorts of things. So realistically, it plays a major role in my life and in people's life in general.
The thing about film is that whether or not it is intentional, it always moves someone, whether they like the movie or not, right? Even if I hate a film, it will move me in a way to act in a certain way as if despite the film, whether I know it or not. It's subconscious, right? The thing that's important about movies is that they give messages and people tend to follow it, right?
Movies are important because we teach us a lot about different cultures. It allows us to spend time with family and friends and give us something to talk about.
They inspire creativity. They let people escape into another world. They also inspire action. They can also uh, help people come up with ideas for their own movies or their own books. It could also help people talk about things they do not talk about because it's on a movie. It also brings awareness to certain topics. Sometimes it also shows representation.
Movies should always have a moral, and I love to catch the moral of the movie.
They are a good source of a release. Some people just get so pent up. They need a scary movie to bring that fear out. They need a comedy film to get the laugh. They need a sad film to get them to cry. It's because for some people, emotions are hard to handle. It's hard to show. So for them, a lot of times it takes a movie to let them feel those emotions or release them.
Movies have always been a vital part of my life because when you have nothing to do, you can just put on a movie and somehow you feel complete.
it brings me a level of emotions that other things can't bring, especially in art.
Yeah, well, movies are really important. They give a lot of feedback on historic events, let you know a lot about what's going on in the world. Action, change your mood, make you feel better. A lot of stuff. It's great. Got to start watching these movies now. The last one I seen was Bad Boys 2. It was pretty good.
I think you need some movies to make you feel in touch with reality, really, because we all watch a movie to feel how that character feels, and it's a good movie. Good movies. Could really use a movie right now about relationship problems because that's what I'm going through right now. So,
I'm really interested in watching horror movies because I love the excitement and the thrill of watching them. Some of my favorite horror movies is Evil Dead Rise and Evil Dead. I also like the Final Destinations, so I'm really excited to see Final Destination in the movies. I also like love movies. I like The Other Woman. I just watched that last night to help me fall asleep. I also like watching The Notebook. That's me and my boyfriend's favorite movie. I also feel like movies are important in life because sometimes they let you see a bigger picture of things.
For me personally, movies to me just allows me to have an escape from reality. It's like whatever you're going through, whatever you going through in your real life, if you pop open a movie, if you start watching it, it's just like now you're in their world, now you're in their dimension because you're trying to it's like when I watch something, I try to watch it as if I was like, cause people watch TV and they be like, oh, if that was me, I would have did this. If that was me, I would have did that. So da 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 da. So to me, it just allows me to escape reality. Also, it brings value to my life because it brings joy and peace when I'm just had a long day or something. I just want to wind down with a good movie. So to me, movies are very important.
Yeah, so I mean, I think movies are incredibly important. I once heard someone describe them as empathy machines. I think they give people an opportunity to empathize with people who aren't like them, or to see themselves in a movie or in a character, and to see different viewpoints in different parts of the world. You can learn things from them. You feel things, make you think, make you feel, change your worldview. And I know that I bond with people over them. I am in a lot of online groups where we watch and talk about movies. I listen to podcasts about movies. I feel like they really um, bring not just value, but like they enhance my life, I think, because I don't know. I just, you can't always physically go other places or talk to other people, but you can still experience things through art like books and, movies. So
it's like, I get really immersed into my movies, right? So I find myself getting really connected to the characters and the stories, and I always find myself getting really sad when a movie ends or when a series of movie ends, because I'm also like the binge type. So if I'm watching a series of movies like Star Wars, for example, I'll watch episodes 1 through 9 and then go and watch all the spin-offs and everything. So yeah, they've not only given me a nice outlet to as like a form of escapism, but it's also given me a nice way to form bonds with fictional characters and also just embrace these amazing stories that have been made over the years and just enjoy the art form, because not only do I love movies, but I also love the like filmmaking in general and learning about how certain movies were made and learning about the behind the scenes and learning more about all that. So
And so, like, movies really made a big impact in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up watching movies, like how kids grew up with the Coco Melon and all that. I grew up on movies. Coco Melon wasn't really like that when I was, what I'm saying, when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we had to grow up on movies. You know what I'm saying? We was watching Wild Kratts and all that. That was what we was watching, but we really had to, movies, man, old school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, movies really made a big impact in my life because when I was a baby, man, like I used to watch so many movies. And I think movies really taught me, a lot of words, a lot of, a lot of sentences. I'm not gonna lie. I think movies really taught me a lot about that too, because my mom, she used to always watch movies when I was small, and I used to be right there. And she said I used to be all into the movies, listen to everything they be saying. I used to try to copy the words from the movies and stuff. So I ain't gonna lie, I think movies really, 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 really helped my life out. a lot. Like,
So, for me, movies have been absolutely essential in life. There's been big patches of my life where I had few friends and nothing to do. I had some habits I was trying to get over, and I found the availability of movies on services such as Netflix, Tubi, Freevee, Pluto to be absolutely incredibly important to me. Um, I loved in depressive periods when I felt really down to watch mysteries and comedies, and I felt that those things really drew me out of the negative thoughts that I had at those times and inspired me in a lot of ways to continue my pursuit of fitness and wellness. When you see so many fantastic actors in great shape and also characters that seem to be unstoppable, despite it being maybe fiction, you feel like it's something that maybe I should try to do. Inspires you in ways that maybe books or people's real experiences might not.
Visuals and the graphics quality is very good. So, you know, I would just continue watching those movies and being supportive and yeah.
Movies help me escape my daily stresses in life. So yeah, I think movies are brilliant and are important in my life because I get to relax and be transported to a different world that I'm currently in. Yeah.